Hi everyone, welcome to this simple summer flow that I recorded on the banks of Loch Lubnaig in the Trossachs. Just starting with a nice gentle warm up, bit of a forward fold. Take your time to warm up the spine, back of the legs. You might take a halfway lift. Dropping down, you might dangle, unrolling the spine, and then just roll out the shoulders, wiggle the hips. Just check in with how you're feeling and how you want to approach your practice today. When you're ready, we'll find a high mountain looking up towards your hands. Inhale to forward fold. Hips go back, dropping your head towards a forward fold. Nice bend in the knees here. Coming towards a halfway lift, engaging, pressing your feet down, clipping the shoulder blades back. And then we'll step the right foot back, coming into a low lunge. We'll take this equestrian style, so tucking that knee underneath your underarm, gaze is forward, just really relaxing through that right hip flexor. When you're ready, you can shift back towards a half splits, or you might prefer to move in and out between the lunge and the half splits. And coming forward, we'll find a simple twist, left hand onto the thigh to press to revolve around your spine. You could keep the hand down, or you might open it towards the ceiling, or you might bring it behind the back of the head, dropping your head back into your hand. And then we'll pivot round on that right knee to find a side lunge, coming up just so that you can gently drop your weight into your left hip. Don't go too deeply here, just feel what feels like a nice stretch for you in the adductors and the inner groins. And you could take a little side bend as well towards that knee. And then we'll side bend the other way, bring the right hand down, extend the left leg, and reach overhead, finding your modified side plank. From here, we'll just turn straight towards the back of the mat and find your first downward dog. Nice, generously walking it out, pressing into the hands, feeling how this feels for you. Step, hop, or walk towards the top of the mat. This is the moment I started to get annoyed about my raincoat, but I had to wear it because of the midges. And unrolling to come up into your high mountain again, with or without a little back bend. Inhale to forward fold again. You might find there's more space now as you halfway lift. Coming to your forward fold, we're going to step the left foot back this time. Coming back into your equestrian pose, low lunge. Maybe toning your core back a little bit towards the spine to keep your back nice and long. Looking forward rather than down towards the mat. Relaxing the left hip, and when you're ready, you can start to shift towards your half splits. Come out of your half splits back to the lunge, and then find your simple twist on this side, revolving around the spine, checking in on your hips. You might open your arm or drop your head back into your hands to take it a little bit deeper. And then we're going to pivot round on that left knee, finding that side lunge, checking in with your right hip this time. You could add a gentle side bend here towards your knee. I forgot about it. And then move into your modified side plank with your left arm down, reaching overhead. You might extend that right leg. The pivot takes you back to the front of the mat to find your down dog and walking it out really generously, pressing into your hands. Get a bit of circulation going. We're going to sweep up that right leg, open up the hip a little bit, and step through to find this time an easy twist. So back knee stays lifted, left hand down, right arm reaching towards the ceiling. Find your balance and then press your feet into the ground and revolve round for your warrior two. We'll take a couple of breaths here, pressing evenly down into that back foot. You can reverse, right arm over, and a nice side body stretch, and then the other way, extended side angle. You can use your right thigh for a bit of extra balance and support here. And from here, we're going to pivot back round facing the top of the mat, then interlace hands, press the head into the hands to find your engagement for arrowhead before reaching your arms. A little bit of a challenge for your core engagement. And then twisting round to find a prayer twist on the right. So left elbow on your right thigh, or you might just keep the arms open here. Keep pulling that left hip back. Press the feet down firmly to come up in your twist, and then you can reverse it, reaching left arm overhead. And we're going to pivot to come back towards our down facing dog. And just press into the hands, let the shoulder blades rise, engage your core a little bit. Lift that left leg to open the hip if you would like, and we'll be stepping it through to come to your easy twist on the second side. So right hand stays down and left arm is going to lift, looking up towards the sky. When you're ready, press up and move round to your warrior two. Couple of big breaths here before you reverse. Core stays strongly engaged as you find your extended side angle, reaching from your back heel all the way to your fingers. And from here, you're going to be lifting that back heel to pivot round to find your arrowhead form. A long straight line from the back of the head to the heel. Press the head into the hands to find your core engagement before you reach your arms up. Feel those abdominals switching on to hold you in that position. And then right elbow to your left thigh to find your prayer twist the other way. Find nice stability in your legs. Totally forgot what I was doing here, then remembered. Coming up to that open twist and reverse. Left hand down, right arm up. Sort of like a rock star pose. And then we'll find our down facing dog again. And from here, you might like to flow to a plank to lower a cobra or an up dog, or you might just be staying in your down dog. We're going to do just a little bit more side body work. We'll raise that right leg, tuck it behind the left foot so you can pivot onto your left foot, left hand, finding a side plank. Feel the abdominals engage. You might reach the right arm over, and then you could lift that right leg, tuck it behind you, and go a little bit further into a sort of baby wild thing. Very gentle. We're going the other way. We're just testing our obliques here. So lifting the left leg, tucking it behind that right leg so that you can pivot onto the right hand and find your side plank. Feel your abdominals keep you really strong here. And you can also step back a little bit further, lift the hips, tiny bit of a back bend going on. And then once again, back to your down dog. Reach, stretch through everything. You could roll back to your plank, maybe an up dog, keeping the tops of the toes down, squeezing the shoulder blades. And then we'll land our knees, big toes together, knees as wide apart as you like, coming down towards a child's pose. Taking some slow, deep breaths into the back body here, resting those side abdominal muscles. Gradually shift out of your child's pose, and we're going to come to all fours and start to find a little bit of a cat-cow, pushing the ground away and then dropping your abdomen, lifting your tailbone and your gaze. A little bit more of a sort of a lateral movement here in the body now, forward and back, rather than side to side. Get yourself nicely set up, well balanced, and let's take a bird dog, right hand forward and left leg lifts. Bring those back toes down, right hand behind your head. You can tap the foot and twist the upper body and then balance and raise the leg. Do this one quite often on the platform. So find your stability as you lift the leg and as you bring the toes down, that little thoracic twist. Reach into your full bird dog again. And then if you like, you can reach back with your hand, find your foot and drop your abdomen into tiger pose. Bring your knee forward, step it through. And I'm finding a little quad stretch on the other side. So left arm moving back, now finding my right foot, opening up the shoulders and the chest. You can gently release that quad stretch, shift yourself back. The sock was actually coming off my foot at this point. Back into the center, a little cat-cow again. And then center yourself, engage the core, lift for bird dog on the other side. And when you're ready, hand behind the back of the head, we're going to tap the toes and twist the thoracic and alternate with the balance. If you're ready, if you would like, you can bend that back knee, reach back with your left shoulder and drop the belly as you find your foot for your tiger pose. Round the spine as you step that right leg through, dropping into the lunge. You could stay in the lunge, or you might circle the right arm back and now find the left foot for your quad stretch. Didn't realize that my socks matched my raincoat until recording this voiceover. That wasn't intentional. I just really do like a burnt orange and blue combination. Gently release that foot. Take your time to move back. We're going to come gently to seated, finding a staff pose. And from there, hinge at the hips for your forward fold. This is an active forward fold, so find length in your spine first before you extend and round. I'm holding onto my feet, but my elbows are bent and my upper body is nice and relaxed, no pinching in my low back. Core is toning back towards my spine. My focus here is on the hamstrings. Unroll your spine carefully and we'll cross the right foot over to find a closed twist. So turning towards the right, you might hold on to that knee or tuck the elbow behind the knee as I have done here. Looking back over your right shoulder. Midges are starting to get to me at this point. We'll tuck that extended leg underneath so that you've got a knee pile pose or Gomukhasana. Open the shoulders and then find your eagle arms, right arm under left. And you might stay upright or you might fold forward like I have done here. Gently come up out of your eagle arms, hands behind you, unwrap your legs, and then you could lift up into reverse tabletop. Really engage the glutes and actively engage the hamstrings. Come back down, staff pose. Left foot steps over your right leg to twist the other way. This is a closed twist, but remember you could always do an open twist. If you're pregnant, that's a great modification and alternative. From your twist, tucking that right leg underneath, finding a knee pile. Remember, you might get more space in your knee pile if you're sitting up on something. Arms crossed wide, and this is left arm onto the right this time. Maybe you forward fold. You could just rest your elbows on your knee, or you might stay upright. You can always also just hold your shoulders. Gently come up. Find your way out of that Gomukhasana pose, hands down, lift your hips. If you would like this time to drop your head back, you can. Just keep those glutes super engaged. Coming down, you can shuffle up your mat to make space to come down reclined. And then draw your knees in for reclined child's pose, or maybe hold your feet for a little butterfly variation like I'm doing here. Settle the back of the head and the shoulders comfortably on the ground. If you'd like, you can take hold of your feet and move towards a happy baby, perhaps with a little bit of a rocking. I was actually not on a flat piece of ground, so I kept tilting to the right. And then we'll find a nice, simple reclined twist. I'm bringing my right leg over my left, but you could just bring your knees together and drop your knees both one way. Gently extend the opposite arm. Relax your jaw, relax your tummy. Nice, slow, deep breaths. And when you're ready, just take your twist the other way. When you're ready, gently ease out of your twist. Settle yourself into a resting pose. I've got my knees knocked together, feet wide. Taking some slow, deep breaths and just checking in with your body and with how you're feeling now at the end of your practice. Notice if you've had a little uptick in energy or a slight quieting of the mind, where you can feel more spaciousness and ease through your body. You could also give yourself maybe a little face massage, moving around the muscles of the face into the jaw, perhaps down the neck. Or you might have one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. I encourage you to stay in Shavasana for as long as you're able to. Enjoy the relaxation and the sensations from your movement practice. And when you're ready to come up off your mat, do so slowly and gently without rushing. I hope you enjoyed practicing with me, my beautiful local scenery in the Trossachs. Let me know if you'd like more of these outdoor practices.